Hi. So, I have just gotten back from an a cappella jam with my school's a cappella group. That was a lot of fun. We sang some songs and watched some other groups sing some songs. Um, Most of the other groups were not as good as we were, so that's good. But if you watching are in one of the other groups, then your group was definitely one of the ones that was on par or even better with or than my group. Um, anyway, um, scratching my nose time, and I have with me a little uh, treasure chest. Um, it's like the cheap kind that if you bury it for too long, then it'll degrade or something. Um, it's less popular among pirates. Um, but anyway, it has some things in it. I'm going to talk about a few of those things, maybe. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the chest itself. Um, I I made this. One of two things happened. Either I made this, or my brother made it. Not Marcus. But our older brother Ben. Um, One of the two of us made this. Um, and I remember it relatively vividly. Marcus was out of town doing something, and our mom got Ben and me each one of these little build your own chest kits, and they were identical. And so, like I said, I'm not actually sure that this was mine and not his. I think it is mine and not his. I don't know if he still has his though. Um. Anyway, that's the chest, and now I'm going to talk about some of the things inside of it. So I don't actually know exactly everything that's in here, but we're about to find out. I'm going to choose something randomly. Um, Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can set this up so that I can display these. This is I was given a set of um little action figure dudes um uh probably 6 or 7 years ago for Christmas or my birthday or something. And this was my favorite one. This is just the head. There was a whole body that went with it and everything. And there was another one that I also really liked, and this is one of his shoulder plates. Um, and as time went on, I lost all of the pieces to all of the dudes except for these two. So now I keep them in this box, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's item number one. Let's see what we have next. Okay. This doesn't actually have an interesting story behind it, except that it used to belong in a game or something, and I saw it and I thought it was really pretty, and so I think I stole it and put it in my box. Um, so yeah, now it's in my box of things that I like. What it's actually a box of is like little miscellaneous items. I'm gonna call it a miscellaneous item box. Um, One of the miscellaneous items is this tissue, um, and this tissue, and they are not used. They are from a tissue box. And the story behind these is that I had just started collecting items in my miscellaneous items box, and it dawned upon me that I could maybe select something see out of the blue, just a random thing, and put that in the box, and then the very fact that I put it in the box would make it deserving to be in the box. So I think that is what has happened with the tissues. Just because they're unique. The fact that they're in the box makes them unique, and that makes them deserving to be in the box. That's the way that I think of that. I have one more thing that I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm going to close up. That's this. My mom drives a Toyota Sienna right now. And before she drove that, she drove a different Toyota. The one she has now is blue, and that one is also blue, but a different shade of blue. And that's the old blue one. Before she had the old blue one, she had a white one, and that one broke down or something when I was very young. So I just have a few memories of that one. But the old blue one, maybe there were 3 blue ones. But anyway, the blue one before this one was sort of it was sort of like a staple of my childhood. And I was driving with my mom, and she rear-ended a pickup truck and totaled the car. And so when we got towed to a place and they told us it was totaled, and I took this this headlight casing, I guess, as a souvenir, and so now it's in my box. So yeah, that's a kind of cool thing. Looking through this box is a sort of interesting trip down memory lane, so to speak. If you'd be interested in going through some more of the stuff in here, there's a good, maybe 7 to 12 more things in there. So if you'd be interested in hearing about some more of them, leave that in the comments. And I'll talk about them in a later episode. To close, I want to give you a challenge or a suggestion as far as something to do. And this is to make yourself a good person. This is good person suggestion time. If you do this, then you are a good person. And it's a little act of charity. So, here it is. Next time that you are in a theater of some sort, and there's only one armrest in between each set of 2 chairs, let the other person have the armrest. Just see what happens. Maybe you'll become best friends with that person, or maybe you'll end up marrying them, or anyway, happy Tuesday.